Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of our Community Access. This week, we will tell you about the Oxford Lupus Basket. We'd had another grip and cutting in Oxford, this time Birdies Golf. Then we visit with Jack Curtis. Jack works as the Economic Development in Oxford Township. Then we visit with the Senior Building in Seymour Park and watch a couple of great dancers. And finally, Terry visited with the Senior Fitness Nurse. All today on our Community Access. Welcome back. The Michigan Lupus Foundation is having a fundraiser raffle basket. With the story is our reporter, Terry Stiles. Terry?
Hi, Bill. You know who I am, Terry Stiles. And I know you've seen this face before. This is Ginger Gwindon. She's been on Connie's Kitchen. And she came with her sister, with your dog, Laika.
Yes.
And also you talked initially about lupus.
Yes.
You have lupus.
Yes.
Your granddaughter, you now know your granddaughter has lupus. We've talked about lupus before and probably again, but today we're here to talk about the Michigan Lupus Foundation and the work that you've done for them. And you corrected me and said you didn't do this work, your town and you did this work, which is Oxford.
Our community did this,
Yeah.
Oxford did
I'm
this.
so
yes.
excited.
I wanted to do a fundraiser for the Michigan Lupus Foundation. And in doing so, I thought, wouldn't it be great to bring people to our town
Yeah.
and also raise money for the Michigan Lupus Foundation. So the Shop Oxford Basket came about.
That's awesome.
I went knocking on doors, business doors. I don't think one person turned me away. My heart was just full, and I just was so grateful. But we have what we ended up with, this wonderful basket that's worth over $5,000.
That's amazing.
I don't, when I added it up.
Yeah, I know this community is willing to give, but it's really hard to gather even a handful basket and to get that nearly $5,500, right? It's like $5,003 something.
Yes, $5,385, something to that. Yeah. We had a couple really big contributors. But everybody helped out, and the nice thing about this basket is it's not just going to sit in a silent auction. We're selling tickets, $20 tickets, and we have to sell a minimum of 200 tickets, so that, because I guaranteed the people that donated to this basket that this is not just going to be a throwaway basket. This is not just going to be something that's going to sit on a table at a walk somewhere and somebody's going to drop a couple dollars in it.
Right.
So I wanted to raise money. So you can look at it like it's a $20 donation to the Michigan Lupus Foundation, or you can look at it like, do I have teenagers? Wow, there's some Legacy Center gift certificates up there worth over $3,000. There's an escape room. Do I want to take my family out to dinner? We have several things from 5-1 Diner. Or do the adults need a night out? Well, we've got a couple growlers in here from,
from Homegrown.
And we've got pillows and from, Caveman and Pip, and we've got the tote bags.
And it's almost every business in the community, basically.
Right, except a piece of furniture.
Right. And, well, we could use a chair or something to hold the basket. But, so then you're bringing people back into the community that may say, oh, I think I'm going to go to dinner down on Lake Orion this week because of the traffic issues that are coming up that we're all facing in March. So it's a twofold, threefold adventure that you just went on.
I love my town, and whenever we have company, the first thing we do is bring them to Oxford. And we walk the streets, and we go to a restaurant, we go to the shops, and they love it. And I love my town. That's why I moved here. So if I can bring people to this little town and also raise money for this good cause, because when I found out my granddaughter had it, it was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
Because of the trials and tribulations that
Right.
you've gone through.
And,
Yeah.
you know, I recently received a picture of her, and she has this big butterfly rash across her face, and she said, you know, Mare, I don't like it that I get sick, but I like it that my rash has a pretty name because I love butterflies.
Oh, it makes me want to cry.
So this has never skipped a generation in my family.
Oh my gosh.
All of the women have it, and we've lost many, many people in our family to it.
Wow.
So this
pervasive.
really means a lot to me.
Sure.
It really does.
And so the funding that you're raising will go to research.
100%
Love
of
it.
this goes to the Michigan Lupus Foundation, which then gets turned over to the doctors and research.
Love it. Love it. So how do we do that?
You
How
go
do people
to-
buy this ticket?
To buy this ticket, you go to milupus.org.
Down at the bottom of the
On the
screen.
menu, it will have Shop Oxford Basket in the upper left-hand corner. You just click on that, and you can buy as many tickets as you like,
Right on their website.
right on their website.
They don't have to contact you.
They don't have
They
to
don't
go-
have to find
Nope.
the basket. Wow, okay.
And when
so
those tickets have all been sold, not until all of the tickets have been sold, then we will do the random drawing, and I believe they're going to do it
Love
live.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
Yes.
So there's no reason not to donate to this fabulous
Yeah.
foundation and take a chance on shopping Oxford,
Oh my gosh.
playing in Oxford, having your kids play in Oxford.
I can't
It's
imagine how long
amazing
it would
what's in
take to
this
go through
basket.
everything in the basket.
Oh, I know. Oh, well, and you know what? If you can't, you can always give it away, and it makes you feel better, and you're distributing the wealth.
You could have all your Christmas gifts for next
All
year.
taken care of. That'd be a heck of a Christmas gift,
It
I'll
would.
tell you.
You could
So-
split it up even.
Yeah. I'm clicking on it, so you better hurry up because I'm going to go click on that website.
My
Thank
dad even
you.
bought a ticket.
Oh, good for him. Tell him Christmas if he
Right,
wins.
Dad, if you win.
I want to thank you for Oxford for doing this. You wear Oxford on your sleeve. I know you do.
I do.
I know you well enough, and it makes me want to cry. Thank you. I
Thank you so
appreciate
much,
it.
Terry, for this. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Go to that website.
Yes, please do. milupus.org. Look for the Shop Oxford basket. Thank you so much.
Please, won't you help? Let's find a cure and shop Oxford. Next up, Terry went to the Birdies Golf ribbon cutting. Let's watch.
This story started over 2 years ago. I had a friend of mine who invited me to go play golf with him in the middle of winter, which I said, well, I think you're kind of out of your mind. And he says, well, Dale, grab your sticks and we're going to go play. And we went to an indoor golf facility. And we sat, we had a few drinks, and we played golf for about 3 hours. And I got out in the parking lot, and I did a little dumb math in my head, and then I figured out the hardest part of this was going to be going home and telling my wife that I thought this was a great idea. Eventually, we found this as a problem where the town of Oxford does not have anything like this. So if you want to do something like this, you have to drive quite a distance to do it. We did a lot of research and demographics on where we wanted to be located to be around 26 different golf courses within a 20-mile driving radius of here. So we figured it was a perfect fit for the town of Oxford, and here we are. Again, like you said, we do offer the multi-sports package, from football to baseball to soccer to hockey to lacrosse. We also have what's called the showdown golf. You can play all kinds of different games, target games. We have leagues. Our leagues run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have 6 full swing simulators. We can accommodate close to 36 golfers at one time. We have a nice kitchen in the back that Meg has taken over and does real well on that, and a full bar. So
Nice. And what are your hours up here?
the hours up here are Monday through Sunday, Monday through, say, Thursday, 9 to 9, Friday from 9 to midnight,
Wow.
Saturday from 9 to midnight, Sunday from 9 to 6 o'clock.
And you can get not just snacks, but you can get like a sandwich or something.
Meg is turning out good deli sandwiches, hot dogs. We even serve a nice pizza now, so.
Nice. All
Yeah.
right. All right, so they can pick the kids up from school and feed them dinner
Absolutely.
and do a little sports.
And play some sports and do
Very
some
nice.
golf.
All right.
Great place to have your birthday parties, too.
Right.
Birthday parties, any kind of
yes.
parties.
And
There you
corporate
go.
team building.
That's
Very
correct.
nice. All right. Well, let's officially cut this ribbon. Yep, in just a second.
Ready?
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
All right, grab these.
And the chamber would like to give you this certificate and welcome you to the Oxford business community. And Joe Frost from Oakland County would like to
Yes,
give you this
so,
proclamation.
Amy requested this from the Oakland County Executive Office, so I am here on his behalf. So Birdies Indoor Golf and Bar, on the occasion of its ribbon cutting celebration, Thursday, January 30th, 2020. Whereas Birdies Indoor Golf and Bar is a new family-owned and operated indoor golf simulator business in Oxford that offers a friendly clubhouse atmosphere where the people can enjoy year-round golf with top-of-the-line simulators. Now let it therefore be known that David Coulter, Oakland County Executive, does hereby authorize the issuance of this special proclamation honoring Birdies Indoor Golf and Bar on the occasion of your ribbon cutting ceremony.
Well, thank you.
Good luck to the Birdies Golf in Oxford. Next up, we hope everyone will listen to the story with Terry and Jack Curtis from the Oxford Township Economic Development. There is great things going in Oxford. Again, it's Terry.
So, Bill, we are at the Birdies Golf place in Oxford. It's the chamber mixer, and it's also their ribbon cutting. But I also wanted to grab Jack Curtis, who is a township representative. He's running for the supervisor position.
Yes.
He's been in the area. I don't even have to tell you about Jack Curtis. Everybody knows him. And we will do a bio on you one day. But I wanted to ask him about some of the development that's going on around here, and he's moving around so fast. I just thought I'd catch him here right now. So, Jack, this is really cool. I didn't know this place was doing this well, but there's still room for development in this area. Where are we?
Yes, there is room for development. And what's unique about this is Birdies is an entrepreneurial effort put together by Tom and Megan. But we also have large projects like Beaumont Hospital coming. So Oxford is welcoming small businesses like this, and we worked very hard to get their liquor license and get their certificate of occupancy through working with them. Now our challenge is taking on a bigger project like the Beaumont project. Yes, it's still coming. It'll start out in one phase of 100,000 square feet, and should they get their certificate of need, it'll end up over 300,000 square feet. So they are moving forward with their planned unit development. I think we have them on our schedule for February, but they have to go through the same process just as Birdies did. And to us in Economic Development and the Planning Commission, we treat them both the same. They're big, they're welcome. We have to get them in here right. We have to get things correctly done. And it's unique. We're flexible enough to do that.
I should say, Jack is on the Economic Development Committee. We are in the north end of town. Birdies is by Meyer, in the Meyer development area. Beaumont is also scheduled for this area, correct?
Correct. It's south of us, just south of Market Street on 25 acres. That's we have already authorized the rezoning to hospital, which will allow for it in one of our township board meetings. We sent it back to the Planning Commission to work on a few other items that'll come up in February to keep that project moving forward. I know MDOT has requested an additional traffic study, which they've just completed and sent to MDOT last week. And we're working with Andrew from the Cullivers that's coming on the west side of M24. Even Beaumont and Andy's, I've put those two together so that they can both have a good ingress and egress to their business. Now, with the proposed 2025 revamp of the northern end of M24 and Beaumont coming, we're talking about a traffic light, you're talking about turn lanes. So every business needs to work together so that it works out in the end for the best in Oxford.
Okay, so you confirmed Culver's coming in. That's a good thing. So as far as Beaumont is concerned, do you know how many jobs that will bring into the area, or have we talked about that yet?
Well, it's a funny statistic because we talked in depth with the Beaumont folks. And currently in Oxford right now, we have roughly in the village and the township about 20,000 people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there are over 200 Beaumont employees living in Oxford Township and the village. Already? That's 1%. Wow, so, yeah. I mean, we have a big Beaumont crew here. Not all of those would come to the hospital. There's been talks of when the hospital in total, 300 to 400 employees. So that's not including the ancillary benefits to these small businesses outside. And I know every one of them is looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, I know that will bring in a lot of growth of the ancillary businesses that we don't have yet. I know that we have a lot of them here. So thanks for the information. Sorry about your phone. I know that's how busy this guy is. I'm going to let you go. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Terry.
Great story, Terry. And thanks, Jack Curtis, and great job. Next up is a couple dancing in the senior building in Oxford. All right.
So, Bill, there's a lot of uses for the senior center at the Parks and Rec's new building, and one of them that we've been observing for a while, we finally get a chance to come and talk to them, is Stan and Beverly are practicing here at the senior center. They come in a couple times a week, right?
We do.
And what is it that you're practicing for?
The Senior Olympics is on the 16th, and so like 2 weeks. So, yeah. Practicing, and we've been in it for a long time. It's fun. It's twice a year. It takes place in Rochester at the Royal Park Hotel.
They donate, Royal Park Hotel donates the ballroom for the Senior Olympics. Really nice.
And tell me about the Senior Olympics. You come in here and dance every week. Tell me about the Senior Olympics and what are you entering for?
Well, Senior Olympics is basically a competition for senior citizens, 50 and over. And in the dance group area, they break it down into 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and up. So, and they break it down in terms of amateur and professional, and whether you're a beginner or more accomplished. So there's a lot of variations in it. We're going to do about nine or 10 dances. We're going to do waltz, foxtrot, rumba, cha-cha, polka, East Coast swing, West Coast swing, mambo.
So watching Dancing with the Stars, there's costume changes with every one of those dances. Do you do that?
Actually, no. Most of the ladies dress like Dancing with the Stars, but I don't. We're just in it for the fun of it.
It's not a requirement.
Oh, okay. It's not part of the show.
The Senior Olympics is basically a fun competition. So whatever makes you happy, do it.
And have you done this before?
We've been doing the Senior Olympics since 2008, twice a year. And the dance sport competition, I believe, started in 2007.
And so you are married. You have the same last name. How long have you been dancing together?
Well, you figured how many years?
Around 17.
It's fun. It's so much fun.
We
So-
started with our first teacher in Oxford Community Ed, and that was Carmen Cornell.
And Carmen teaches here in the schools. She's very good.
And now we're taking lessons. We do the senior group at Fred Astaire, and we take private lessons with Donald Westfall from Fred Astaire.
Well, so we were watching you a little bit before we started talking with you, and you have quite a routine. How do you remember all of that?
Well, he has to remember it. I mean, you know, he just moves. I mean, he gives me cues, and so I know what the cues are. So I just do whatever he cues me to do.
And so you have different dance moves for every single solitary dance, correct?
Yeah.
And who does the choreography?
Well, that's tough. Actually, I'm responsible for leading it, and she's responsible for following and covering up my mistakes.
I didn't see any mistakes while we were sitting.
Yeah, it's so much fun, and it's a nice togetherness thing, and we wish we would have started sooner when we were younger.
And so about how many people do that dance competition at the actual Olympics?
Well, there's neighborhood 200 competitors,
There's a lot, and it keeps getting more and more people.
including
fun.
the audience that comes on it. There's around 500 people that show up for it.
And what's the date?
The 16th.
February 16th.
Well, I want to say good luck to you, and thank you for letting us talk to you about it. And if people want to get in touch with or get involved with, can you tell them how they do that?
Well, Carmen is good. They should start lessons with her. And the Royal, if they want to see it, they could call up Rochester, the Royal Park Hotel, and then they have, you know, they have dinner and stuff, and then spectators can come in if they don't want dinner, and they can just, you know, pay a couple dollars at the door and just sit and watch, and it's fun.
Well, I wanna-
Contact the Senior Olympics at,
Online?
yeah, online.
Okay.
Michigan Senior Olympics.
I
They
want
got,
people
they got a
to-
whole bunch of stuff there. They got swimming, track and field, weightlifting,
Pickleball. You guys
Pickleball.
got pickleball and
hockey,
you know,
track and
tennis.
field. It's huge. It's
Just-
huge. It's a whole week of events.
They want 50 and over. You know, there's a lot of activities, so more than what we said, because we don't, you know, remember all of them. But
Well, they can look online, right?
right.
I wanted people in this community to know about it. I wanted them to know about you so that we can all wish you luck on the 16th.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for talking with us, and living proof the family that dances together stays together.
All right. I love dancing. Next up, Terry visited with a senior fitness nurse at the senior building and explains her program. And again, it's Terry.
Okay, I'm Terry Stiles. I think everybody that is watching this knows this face, but with me is Cindy Dixon. And let me have her tell you her credentials, which are?
I am a registered nurse.
Yes.
And I work for St. Joseph Mercy Oakland in the capacity of coordinator for the Senior Fit exercise program.
Which is why we're here. First of all, why Senior Fit? And who's eligible for that?
Senior Fit is an exercise program for people age 55 and up.
Okay.
No upper limit. There are people
Nice.
even in their 90s doing Senior Fit. It is a free program. There's no charge. 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 1 hour. with a live instructor, not a DVD.
Nice.
And so it's group exercise. Certainly with the population aging as we are, as everybody is, the research is very clear that remaining active and fit as we get older is hugely important. In fact, I've had so many people tell me Senior Fit gives them a reason to lace up their shoes and get out the door.
And you know, after watching the group that we have here at Oxford Parks and Recs, you can see that they have developed a kind of a group relationship as well as independent and individual relationships. It's really sweet to see. And in our community, we have NOTA, which is North Oakland Transportation Authority, and they can pick people up and bring them here on those days. So if that's an issue, it's not any longer.
Oh, and it is good to know that because we do not provide transportation.
Right.
So that's good to know
So
for
yeah,
your
at least
local
in
area.
Oxford area, they have that transportation. Do they have to be recommended by anyone, or can they just, how does that work?
No, it's not a doctor's referral, although more and more doctors are becoming aware of Senior Fit and are recommending it. Even last week I was on the phone with a lady who was referred by cardiac rehab.
Nice.
She had completed her 12 weeks of cardiac rehab and then they mentioned Senior Fit as a transition. So that, would be another idea. But no, in general, it's friend of a friend, word of mouth that people find out about Senior Fit. And
this is all put on by St. Joseph Mercy House.
correct.
They sponsor it.
Yes, it is what we call community benefit at St. Joe's. So it is for the benefit of the community remaining healthy. And so we're very excited about that. Senior Fit is at 26 locations in Oakland County. The far north and east would be Leonard, Addison Township Senior Center. The far south would be Ferndale.
My goodness.
The far east would be Troy. And the far west would be Highland Activity Center at the corner of Milford Road and Highland Road.
Wow, that's quite a
so we
huge
really
area.
do cover pretty much all 4 directions of Oakland County. We do have an attendance page that we ask people to mark. So we want to keep a handle on who's doing Senior Fit. And there is a consent form, a participant consent form that is essential that people fill out.
Initially.
So that they are basically signing that they're exercising at their own risk. That would be a normal type of thing. And that they give us an emergency contact name and phone number. But it's group exercise. It's not one-on-one personal coaching. We want to make sure people have realistic expectations. And and so they're going to exercise right along with the group. People have fun, they make new friends.
Really cute.
They feel stronger over time.
Oh, yeah. So I have to say, the day that we filmed, there was one lady the day before she turned 93. And she kept up with everybody. Her strength is there. Her balance is there. It was so encouraging to see that. And know that she's working her program. And it's working. And so people will call you on.
The phone number to call is 248-858-2545. I'll say it again. 248-858-2545. Now that's always going to be a message line. I don't have an office at St. Joe's, so I am never going to pick up that phone and say hello. They're always going to leave a message, and if necessary, we'll call them back. But if they really just want to be added to the mailing list, they can just give us their contact information and we'll add them to the mailing list.
And then is there a website that they can look at to learn about the program? Or where
Yes,
the programs are at?
stjoesoakland.org.
Okay.
STJOES. Oakland, OAKLAND.org.
Okay, I'll put that on the bottom too.
Yeah. Probably under classes and events.
Okay.
There would be a listing then of classes and events, and Senior
Great.
Fit would be one of those.
Thank you for bringing it out here. Thank the powers that be for us, because it's a great program. And Dawn, the Parks and Recs, Dawn Mattisey,
Yes.
she's terrific.
She is
at
very,
organizing
very
this kind of
wonderful
stuff.
in support of all the programming offered. Yep.
She sure is. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Terry. Well, it's all the time for this week. We hope you enjoyed our program. So, for our photographers, Dan Zweiss, Kyle Snage, and our busy reporter and editor, Terry Stiles, I'm Bill Service. We hope to see you again on Our Community Access.